was indeed an enchanting introduction, Divyanka. Thank you. Now let's sit back and enjoy the performance by Vidushi Sudha Raghuraman ji. The performance will be followed by an interaction session with ma'am. We welcome our audience to post their questions on the chat box, and our technical team would unmute your audio on screen. Your raise of hand symbol. I request now technical team to play the video.
Namaskar. It gives me great pleasure to be part of this Speak McKay event. I extend my heartfelt gratitude towards Dr. Seth and all the Speak McKay volunteers for their selfless work and contributions towards the promotion of Indian art and culture. I'd like to introduce my accompanying musicians today. On the violin is Shri R. Sridhar. On the mridangam is Shri M.V. Chandrasekhar. I'd like to begin my concert with a kriti in ragam Kedaram set to Aditadam. This is a composition of Saint Tyagaraja. Ramani pai tadnaku, 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 prema podu o Sita, 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 Ramani pai tadnaku. Ramani pai tadnaku, भोगानु भोगानु भव मूलंतु भोगानु भव मूलंतु भवुग उदि नियंतु त्यागरा जुनि हृदय त्यागरा जुनि हृदय त्यागरा जुनि हृदय त्यागरा जुनि हृदय मौगु भागीशरदम त्यागरा जुनि हृदय मौगु भागीशरदम ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ನೀ ಪೈದನಕು ಪ್ರೇಮ ಪೋದು ಓ ಸೀತಾರಾಮ ನೀ ಪೈದನ ಮಗರಿದ ನಿರಾಪಾನಿ ಸಮಗ ಬಪನಿ ಸನಿ ಸಾ ನಿ ಪ ಮಗ ನಿ ಸ ನಿ ರ ಪ ನಿ ಸಮಗ ಬಪನಿ ಸ ಮಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ಸ ನಿ ಪ ನಿ ಪ ಮಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ರ ಪ ನಿ 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 ಪ ಮ ಪ ನಿ ನಿ ಪ ಮ ಪ ನಿ ಸ ಮಗ ರಿ ನಿ ಸ ನಿ ಪ ಪ ನಿ ನಿ ಪ ಸ ಸ ಪ ನಿ ನಿ ಪ ನಿ ನಿ ಪ ನಿ ನಿ ಪ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ಪ ನಿ ಸ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ಪ ನಿ ಪ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ರ ಪ ಪ ಪ ಪ ಮ ಪ ನಿ ನಿ ಪ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ಗ ಸ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ಗ ಸ ಪ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ಗ ಸ ನಿ ನಿ ಪ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ಗ ಸ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪ ನಿ ಪ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ಸ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪ ನಿ ಪ ಸ ನಿ ಪ ನಿ ಪ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ಸ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪ ನಿ ಸ ಸ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ಸ ನಿ ಪ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ರ ಮ ನಿ ಪೈ ದನ್ನಕು ಪ್ರೇಮ ಪೋದು ಓ ಸೀತಾರಾಮ ನೀ ಪೈ ತನಕು I move on to presenting another Kriti in Ragam Vasanta Bhairavi, set to Talam Rupakam, a composition of Saint Tyagaraja. Yeah. நீ தயரதா 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 கதலே வரவரும் கதலே வரவரும் கதலே வரவரும் கதலே வரவரும் கதலே வரவரும் கதலே கதலே வரவ கதலே வரவ கதலே வரவ கல்யாண ராம கதலே வரவ கல்யாண ராம 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 தியாக ராஜவினூத சதனா 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 நாமதி தில் நடில் 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 ஞானமாவே நாமதி தில் நடில் ஞானமாவே கமே நீத The main piece for today's recital is in Ragam Barali, set to Talam Mishra Chapu, a composition of Muthuswami Dikshitar. This is a Kriti in praise of Meenakshi. राजमातङ्गी माव मीनाक्षी राजमातङ्गी माव मीनाक्षी राजमातङ्गी माव मीनाक्षी राजमातङ्गी माव मीनाक्षी राजमातङ्गी माणिक्य वल्लकी पाणि माधुरवाणि वराणि वेणि माव मीनाक्षी राजमातङ्गी माणिक्य वल्लकी पाणि माधुरवाणि वराणि वेणि मीनाक्षी मीनाक्षी सोम सुन्दरेश्वर सुख स्फूर्ति रूपिणी सोमय सुन्दरेश्वर सुख स्फूर्ति रूपिणी शवे शङ्करी शङ्करी दिग्विजय प्रतापिणी हेमरताम्बरण दारिणी शगुरुग हृदयकारिणि कामितवितरणदोरि कारुण्या मृतपरिपूरणि कामितवितरणदोरि कारुण्या मृतपरिपूरणि कामक्रोधादिनि वारिणि कादम्बकाननविकारिणि कामक्रोधादिनि वारिणि कादम्बकाननविकारिणि मीनाक्षी राजमातङ्गी माणिक्य वल्लकी पाणि माधुरवाणि वराणि वेणि मीनाक्षी सनि दबद गम पदनि सरि गरि सनि सनि दबद गम पदनि सरि नि सदनि मदनि सरि सनि द सनि दबद सगरि गम पदनि सगरि नि सनि द सनि दबद ददव मपदनि दव मपनि दव मपद दव मग गम मदनि सरि सनि द सनि दबद दव मपद ni sa ri sa ri ni sa ga ni ma ga ni sa ni ga ri sa ni sa ga ri ga 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 ma ma da da ma ma pa da ni ma pa sa ni da ma pa ri sa ni da ma ga ga ma ma ga ga da da ga ga ni da ni ma ni da ni ga ni da ni da ma ma pa sa da ma ma pa ri sa ni da ni da ma ma pa da ni sa ri ri sa ri sa ri sa My next presentation is a Dasaranama set to Ragam Sindhu Bhairavi and Talam Adi, Venkatachana Nilayam. Venkatachala Nilayam Vaikunthapuravaasam Venkatachala Nilayam Vaikunthapuravaasam Venkatachala Nilayam Vaikunthapuravaasam Venkatachala Nilayam Vaikunthapuravaasam Pankajanetram Paramapavitram Pankajanetram Paramapavitram Shankachakram चिन्मय रूपं वेङ्कटाचलनिलयं वैकुण्ठपुरवासं पङ्कजनेत्रं परमपवित्रं शङ्खचक्रधर चिन्मय रूपं वेङ्कटाचलनिलयं वैकुण्ठपुरवासं वैकुण्ठपुरवासम् अम्बुजोद्भवविनुतम् अगणितगुणनामम् अम्बुजोद्भवविनुतम् अगणितगुणनामम् अम्बुजोद्भवविनुतम् अगणितगुणनामम् तुम्बुरु नारद गानविलोलम् तुम्बुरु नारद गानविलोलम् वेङ्कटाचलनिलयं वैकुण्ठपुरवासं पङ्कजनेत्रं परमपवित्रं शङ्खचक्रधर चिन्मयरूपं वेङ्कटाचलनिलयं वैकुण्ठपुरवासं पुरवासम् मकरकुण्डलनाम मदनगोपालं मकरकुण्डलनाम मदनगोपालं मकरकुण्डलनाम मदनगोपालं मकरकुण्डलनाम मदनगोपालं भक्तपोषक श्री पुरन्दर विठ्ठलं भक्तपोषक श्री पुरन्दर विठ्ठलं वेङ्कटाचलनिलयं वैकुण्ठपुरवासं पङ्कजनेत्रं परमपवित्रं शङ्खचक्रधर चिन्मयरूपं वेङ्कटाचलनिलयं वैकुण्ठपुरवासं I conclude today's recital with a Tillana in Ragam Madhuvanti set to Aditala. This is a composition of the violin maestro Lalgudi Sri G. Jayaraman. I'd like to once again thank Speak McKay for giving me this wonderful opportunity to present a Carnatic vocal recital along with my wonderful musicians Shri R. Sridhar on the violin and Shri M. V. Chandrasekhar on the mridanga. तकदीं तदीं जं तडं तदों त्रिदीं तकदीं तदीं जं तडं तदों त्रिदीं नाथृतनि तों कृतानि तकदीं तदीं जं तडं तदों त्रिदीं नाथृतनि तों कृतानि तकदीं तदीं जं तडं तदों त्रिदीं नाथृतनि तों തോം ത്രിതാരി തകരീം തതിം ജം തടം തതോം ത്രിദീം നാദ്രിതാരി തോം ത്രിതാരി തകരീം തതിം ജം തടം തതോം ത്രിദീം നാദ്രിതാരി തോം ത്രിതാരി തദരധാനിദീം തരധാനിദീം ദീം ജം തോം ദീം ദീം ദക്കദീം തദീം ജം തടം തതോം ത്രിദീം നാദ്രിതാരി തോം ത്രിതാരി തദരധാനിദീം തരധാനിദീം ദീം ജം തോം ദീം ദീം ദക്കദീം തദീം ജം തടം തതോം ത്രിദീം தகதீம் ததீம் தீம் ததீம் தக தோம் தடம் தகதீம் ததீம் தகதீம் ததீம் தக தோம் தடம் தகதீம் ததீம் தகிடதீம் ததீம் தக தோம் தடம் தடத தோம் தடம் தக தோம் த்ரிதீம் தகதீம் தகதீம் ததீம் தக தோம் தகதீம் ததீம் ஜம் தடம் ததோம் த்ரிதீம் நாத்ரிதாரி தோம் த்ரிதாரி தததாரிதீம் ததாரிதீம் தீம் ஜம் தோம் தீம் தீம் தகதீம் ததீம் ஜம் தடம் ததோம் த்ரிதீம் நீனைய எழுதி தினம் ஏங்கினேன் என்னை ஆள வந்த வண்ணா மணிவண்ணா நினைய எழுதினம் ஏங்கினேன் என்னை ஆள வந்த வண்ணா மணிவண்ணா மனம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட கண்ணா மனம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட கண்ணாய் நீ உன்னை கனவேறும் நினைவேறும் நான் பிரியேனே மனம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட கண்ணாய் நீ உன்னை கனவேறும் நினைவேறும் நான் பிரியேனே தித்தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் தித்தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் தித்தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் தித்தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் பசத்தி மனித மதப்ப சபப சபக தித்தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் தித்தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் நிச கத தீம் த மப நீத ஜம் த நிச கரி த தித்தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் தித்தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் தக ஜொடு தீம் தீம் நிச கத தீம் த மப நீத ஜம் த நிச கரி த ஜம் த ஜம் த ஜம் த ஜம் தாங்கிட தோம் தஜம் 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 தீங்கிட தோம் தஜம் 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 தோம் தகதீம் ததீம் ஜம் தடம் ததோம் த்ரிதீம் நாத்ரிதாரி தோம் த்ரிதாரி ததரதாரிதீம் தரதாரிதீம் தீம் ஜம் தோம் தீம் தீம் தகதீம் ததீம் ஜம் தடம் ததோம் த்ரிதீம் ஜம் தடம் ததோம் த்ரிதீம் ஜம் தடம் ததோம் த்ரிதீம் தோம் த்ரிதீம் தோம் த்ரிதீம் தோம் த்ரிதீம்.
It was a treat for the soul to witness the divine performance. Thank you, ma'am, and the artist who beautifully connected with the Mridangam. We now have the much awaited interaction session with Vidushi Sudha Raghuraman, ma'am. My friends and I have prepared a set of questions for ma'am and would also be happy to present audience questions. Viewers can post your questions in our chat box and we will take up it in the end. With your permission, we proceed with our questions, ma'am.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, after witnessing your mesmerizing performance on screen, this question came to my mind that how were you attracted towards this passionate journey? What made you take up this?
This art form came naturally to me because I belong to a family of traditional musicians. My grandfather, my guru being Sangeeta Bhushanam, late Sri Obi Subramaniam. Um, Music was reverberating in our house. All the time, there were music classes happening, morning till evening. So it was a natural call for me to listen to music or take up music. Initially, I was trained in the violin, and then later on, I chose to become a vocalist because I thought I will connect much more with the Sahitya than just the notes. So it was an automatic, it was a very natural call for me because of my family members, because I belong to that family steeped in this tradition.
That was great to hear about the footsteps of your musical journey, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, at what age did you start performing on stage?
Around the age of 12, 13, I would say. I was almost in the adolescence stage when I realized that I wanted to pursue vocal music than instrumental. I was still playing the violin, but at the age of 12 or 13, I was so attracted to vocal music that I switched to vocal. Immediately, I started to sing within 1 year of training because I'd already been trained in the violin. So around 12, 13. It's been a long journey.
Amazing to know, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to know how did you feel as a beginner?
Lost. Because it's an ocean, I'm still a beginner. I feel I'm still learning. I have to learn a lot. It's an ocean. And even if I become if I learn 1/10 of this beautiful, realm of music, if I get involved, I think it is more than enough. It's a very long, I have a very long way to go. Still a learner, I'm still a beginner. That's what I think.
Wow, ma'am. Really amazing, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you, Abhishek.
Ma'am, who is your ideal musician to collaborate with?
I have collaborated with many musicians, not only in the Carnatic genre, but also in the Hindustani and Sufi genre of music. So I can't pick just one. I have some very good friends in the fraternity that I'd like to collaborate with. I have collaborated with Pandit Bhuvanesh Kokkali, Sushri Sashwati Mandal, Sushri Meeta Pandit, Mir Mukhtar Ali, with even a jazz musician and bands like Advaita. So I think every time I collaborate, it's a give and take. There is always exchange of ideas, music, so much to learn from other genres too. So I think I can't pick one, but I have some very very good friends who are in this journey.
My goodness, that's great to hear from you, ma'am. I think I'm posing a question that is quite interesting. Being a musician, what are your weaknesses and strengths? It's just not possible that we embrace success all of a sudden, right? How did your weaknesses help you to move towards success?
So I would not say weaknesses. See, as a musician, one must understand their shortcomings first and then the strengths, because it is very important to realize what is possible with you, what is not possible with you, both. When I know that my range is going to be F sharp, F and G, and I'm not able to sing beyond that, then that is my boundary. Within that boundary, I work hard and give my best. So I try to accept the fact that I cannot sing light music. Many times I was offered many recordings by very, very senior directors asking me to sing in C sharp or C or B high. But then I said, no, this is not my scale. I won't be able to do justice. My scale is My range is within F and G. And if I am able to give my best in that, I'd like to do that. Of course, we have collaborated in certain scales where I have used certain octave, but not the whole range. So it is very important to understand what is best suitable for an artist, what are the shortcomings, and then, of course, my strength also, my voice, deep voice, which I have worked and cultured upon, since nurtured since my childhood. It's a unique voice. Definitely, I feel initially used to feel very odd having a very deep voice like a male artist, but then slowly I realized that it sounds different. So I worked hard, and the more you sing, the deeper it gets, the more you delve into this art form, the more resonant the voice becomes. So it is important to understand what is good for you and what is best as a musician for you.
Yeah, ma'am. One must agree with your words. Success doesn't come overnight. It's true, ma'am, that hard work is the key to success. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Over to you, Divyanka.
Ma'am, what are the qualities one should have to become an accomplished musician?
Hard work. A is hard work. Proper training from a guru is very important. We were trained for not less than 15, 16 years in this art form. If it can't be like a fast food, going and ordering pizza and eating in like half an hour's time from Domino's. It takes years of training, years of practice, conviction, and your mindset. Okay, I want to do. We need patience to become a good classical musician. Classical art form is naturally not so. I'm not saying it's complicated, but it takes time. You need that patience to learn, absorb, imbibe good values, imbibe everything to become an accomplished musician. Then you start when you start to perform, you are well equipped with the technical aspects, and then you add your own identity, and you improvise, and you add your own spices, and then get your identity in line. So I think, and honesty, you have to be honest. One has to be honest in their work. You can't just do chalta hai concept. There's no chalta hai concept in classical music, I feel. So each time you do, you have to do it with perfection. So that honesty is very important. Be it cooking, be it, even shopping, you have to do something in which you have full focus. So like that, classical art form needs focus, practice, conviction, sincerity, guru bhakti. It's very important to have guru bhakti. You can't just say, I learned from this teacher for 6 months, next 6 months I'm learning from another guru. You can't hop for gurus. You have to be under one guru for a certain amount of time to learn the nuances, learn so many things. They just guide you, and they do so much for you. I think that guru bhakti and that gratitude towards guru is very important for you to shine. And that guru arul, that's what we call blessing, is very important in life. Otherwise, one doesn't shine much.
Thanks for the valuable information, ma'am, and throwing light on the qualities a musician must have. And ma'am, you have participated in various concerts across the world. So, how would you feel about that? We would love to hear from you about those experiences.
There have been many, many experiences, but what I enjoy the most is when I when I sing at Tirupati, for the Tirupati temple Utsavam, or, Ujjain Mahakaleshwar. I feel there are some very beautiful vibrations which I bring back. And then when I sing the same pieces again in that same venue, it has some different perspective. So these Punyasthala, when I visit and sing, I feel it is, it gives me a lot of positivity, and I bring back those good vibrations, and, I'm able to do a little better the next time. So I think it's important to visit all the beautiful temples in India to be able to absorb the vibes present there. So that is very special. That's very experiential. You can't just say in words. I can't put it in words. One has to go actually feel. I went to Kashmir and sang Nagendra Haraya in the Shankaracharya temple. And then whenever I sing Nagendra Haraya, even on stage, I'm always, that imagery always remains in my mind. It comes to my mind. And then that I feel that there's a little more to that piece. It's important to visit these temples and be able to perform there. I have been blessed. That's what I feel.
Thank you, ma'am, for letting us know about the musical journey. Now, Prasanjit will continue with his questions from the audience. Over to you, Prasanjit.
Ma'am, music has become a part of your routine. Sometimes it happens that we would be inspired by the other experts from the same field. Is there any music master from who you got inspired to accomplish this height?
I'm not able to hear you very clearly. Can you speak again a little louder?
Music has become a part of your routine. Sometimes it happens that we would be inspired by other experts from the same field. Is there any music master from who you got inspired to accomplish this height?
Of course, there are so many musicians, the great legends who have sung in the past, and these are the reference points that we depend upon. M.D. Ramanathan sir, TVS Mama who's still singing, um, my own uncles, my grandfather, so many legendary musicians like Madhurmani Iyer, G&B. I can't even number them. There are so many legends who have inspired me. I have also been inspired by many Hindustani musicians, and it's always good to take valuable points from any genre. That's what I feel. Yes, it is inspirational for me.
Thanks for your response, ma'am. What is the role and significance of tambura? Which is better, the electronic or the manual?
Always the manual. There's no match to manual. And I make sure most of the times when I'm having a live kacheri, I use the original tanpura which I have at home. And there is a very special tanpura artist in Delhi from the Gandhar Mahavidyalaya. I would like to give the credit to him too, Sri Divan Singh, who has been part of my journey, musical journey, and who's always kindly, put the tanpura for me, played the tanpura on stage, and he actually ordered for me this tanpura, and definitely manual tanpuras have the most beautiful vibrations and the resonance that we get from the Shruti.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for differentiating between electronic and manual tambura. It was totally new thing for us to know about. Is the voice quality an important aspect for being a successful singer? Is it true that voice quality is more important in a film music?
Can you repeat the question? I'm not able to hear you that well.
Is voice quality an important aspect for being a successful singer? Is it true that voice quality is more important in film music?
Voice quality is important for both genres, both classical and light music or popular music. That's what I would call. It's just not voice quality. It is the proper training and voice culture which is important for being a successful musician. Because if you have a sore throat, naturally, what you think, what you want, you're not able to reproduce, which is naturally disappointing for any artist. You feel something you want to do and you want to do it to the maximum, you want to give the fullest. So for which the voice has to speak as much as your mind speaks. So it has to go hand to hand in hand, voice and training, both.
Thank you for the answer, ma'am. I request Madhusi to take over.
So I have a question here. How does one cope up with stage fear? Very good question. Once we enter the stage, Vidyaji, I think it is important to feel that the artist is singing for himself. Yes, there is audience, there's that anxiety. There should not be fear. If we are fully trained, fully equipped, and we've practiced the kritis or complete concert pattern that we've really worked upon, I don't think there should be any stage fear. There is anxiety before every program. Even I get anxious. The concern is that it should go well. It should be, the audience should be able to relate to what I'm singing. But to be able to take care of the stage fear, I think one needs to understand that once we are on the stage, we are the queens or the kings. So we don't have to worry about too much. My tata used to say in Tamil, Namba Pona Raja Nambuda, and the title, we should forget everything. We should just sing what we've prepared and what we want to sing. That's what it is.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Ma'am, is there any criteria for selection of a song to be presented as the main piece of a concert? Are all compositions suitable for this?
See, normally in a 2-hour concert, we pick Ghana ragas. We choose the primary five, one of the primary ragas, like Todi, Kalyani, Shankarabharanam, Kambuji, Bhairavi. One of the major ragas, because it is naturally, it has a lot of scope in terms of music. And there are several kritis, compositions, which we Carnatic musicians entirely depend upon. The Trinity composers have contributed immensely towards Carnatic music. So we have thousands of compositions, and we have hundreds of compositions in each Ghana raga. So we definitely present one of them in a 2-hour concert. Yes, we do plan. We have to plan in a way that the sub-main, if it is a Sudha Madhyama raga, then we take the main raga as the Prati Madhyamam. If the sub-main is Prati Madhyamam, then we take the Sudha Madhyamam. Suppose we've not taken a raga using the Madhyamam, then we definitely choose a main with the Madhyamam. So we plan it accordingly. We have to balance in a way that it is presented well. There is a Tala variation, there is a Raga variation, there's also composer variation, in the sense there are contemporary composers, there are traditional composers. We balance it in a way that everything is given and in a like a proper diet, so it's in a proper balanced way.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for focusing on the criteria, ma'am. Ma'am, through your work, you have made classical music reach out to its wider and larger international audience base. What were the challenges you faced doing so?
Not many challenges. The essence of music is what is important. It is not the language. Music has no language. If we are able to enjoy ourselves and if we are able to create rasa amongst ourselves, with my musicians, the rasa is definitely translated and absorbed by the audience, be it in France or Mauritius or South America or North America. The essence is what is captured. In fact, we have had the best audience in Paris, and they would sit for hours together to listen to one Karhara Priya. So music has no language, no age. You understand? So the essence is important. If you sing well, if you are involved completely, if you're dedicated, if you present it really well, then they take it. There are no challenges. Absolutely no challenges. And they definitely enjoy the improvisational aspects, that is Kalpana Swaram or Tanam, Raga Alapana, because naturally they don't have words, but they try to, sort of take back that energy that is being given. There's osmosis naturally on stage with the audience and the musicians as well.
Thank you for sharing your views on it, ma'am. Over to you, Divyanka.
Thank you, Madhushri. Ma'am, how was your experience with jazz music? Was there any difference or similarity?
The difference is naturally the training part, right? It is very different. How we are trained and how they are trained. But the similarity is the sur, the shruti, the notes. They also have the same 7 notes. We also have the same 7 notes. So that is the major similarity that we have and that we can work upon. So it was something like, 2 years back before COVID, me and another Jeffrey M. Pondo, we collaborated at the Udaipur World Music Festival and we inaugurated the festival. And he sang a piece and I sang Vaishnava Janatu. It was beautifully, there was a huge response. Because as I said, the Shruti is what is the similar, and the 7 notes, the Saptaswara is what gives us the energy to be able to collaborate. So that is the similarity. Of course, there are differences because they sing in different languages, we sing in different languages. But music, as I said, it's just sort of gels.
Thank you, ma'am, for differentiating. And please, ma'am, tell us all about your gurus who helped you to reach these heights.
I'm extremely grateful to my gurus, Guru V. Janaki Raman, Guru Sangeeta Bhushanam, Sri O.V. Subramaniam, my grandfather, and Lalgudi Mama, whom I learned also very briefly, Sanjay sir, whom I learned, Sanjay Subramaniam sir, whom I learned also. Without the guru's support, guru's contribution in one's life, it's not possible to succeed. As I said, we need to be extremely grateful throughout our life to our gurus who have taught us, who have removed the darkness and just shown us the path of light. So I'm extremely grateful, and the way they have trained, and they have, that strong foundation is very important in Carnatic music. When you have the strong foundation, then you're able to build, it's like blocks, building blocks. So then you start to build so beautifully. But unless the foundation is, strong, we're not able to work upon that. That is very important. So Guru's grace, Guru's blessings, Guru's contributions are immense. There's no match to that. Extremely grateful.
Thank you, ma'am, for letting us know about your gurus. Ma'am, sometimes it happens that the audience would react negatively or look distracted from the performance. So, what would you do then to get the audience back to focus on the performance?
I really don't focus upon the negativity at all. As I said, if we are able to get involved as a musician and create rasa, you don't actually pay attention to any negativity there. Automatically, the audience is attracted towards you. You just smile at them. You also interact with them. I am sure that they will not have any negative comments at you. You have to be happy to be singing. One needs to be happy. So unless, you feel why should we be disturbed at all while we are singing in praise of gods and goddesses? You just immerse yourself. You just sing for yourself. So I don't really care about the negativity at all. I've never come across such, because I don't take it. I don't want to focus on that.
Thank you, ma'am. It's so nice to know about it. Ma'am, in today's cyber age, where there is a lot of talk and buzz about learning Carnatic music through the internet, are the traditional learning methods becoming obsolete?
COVID has definitely affected the Guru Shishya Parampara. There's no doubt about that. However, we had to adapt to this world because in COVID we had to teach. I'll be very, very honest. I've been teaching at the Ashoka University for the past 6 years. I've been doing one semester for them. It's been hard because we are confined to a flat screen, and time and again there is a lag, and we are not able to completely understand, I would say, what the students are singing. I won't say, 100%, maybe 95% we are able to work on them. That 5% is always a problem with the internet. However, we have to keep up with the tradition. So we just hope that everything comes back to normalcy and we are able to do more physical classes. It has reduced, but it will never diminish. So I think everything will come back to normal. So we will be able to have more physical classes. But it is also important to keep in touch with the art form. It is also important to teach, because music does help a lot in the COVID time. It did help a lot of students. Some of the students who were very, very depressed, they told me that, ma'am, when we sing, we feel better. When we sing, we feel the positive energy. So it's very important to sing also. There's always this disadvantage of doing it online, but somehow we had to do it also. But it's okay. Everything will become normal once again. We're just hoping and praying.
Yeah, ma'am. It's really amazing. Thank you. Ma'am, can you please tell us about your association with Spikmackey, and what was your most memorable moment during Spikmackey concerts?
Spikmackey, I've been associate for a long time now, and I'm extremely grateful to Spikmackey and their volunteers, who I think are just doing impeccable work. One of the experiences that when I sang at a government school near Rishikesh, a girl came up to me and said, ma'am, can you teach us something which I can go back home and learn and sing? Then at that point of time, I just used one shloka and I composed on the basis of 7 notes. Sarigama Padanisa. Sarigama Padanisa. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. It's nothing but Sarigama Padanisa Sanidhapa Magarisa. That's when I thought it is very important to make it simple and reach out to them so that they also take back something. So every Spikmackey, I would make sure that I teach them this. The students, they immediately learned and sing this. So it was a learning experience for me. Every Speak Make concert I learned, every interaction I learned something with the students. So it is amazing that Speak Make has been giving so many opportunities for all of us to be able to do physical concerts and now even virtual, and we've been able to interact with students in remote areas as well. So extremely grateful to them for their outstanding work and contributions.
Thanks for sharing your wonderful experience with us, ma'am. Over to you, Madhushree.
Thank you, Divyanka. Ma'am, is there any upcoming music we can look forward to?
There are some recordings which I'm going to do in about 2-3 days. The public concert will be, I have a workshop in Bangalore and a better concert in July first week. I'll certainly update. If you are all in social media, perhaps if you follow me on Instagram, I'll keep posting the next upcoming performances and work. So you can always follow and look for updates.
Thank you, ma'am. That's great to know, ma'am. We are really waiting for it. Ma'am, my question is totally out of box. Do you have any hobbies or interest outside of music?
Yes, I love to cook. I love to cook. I love to shop. My stress buster is shopping. Yes, it does damage my purse, but then I love to go out for shopping. I love to cook new dishes. I learned so many dishes during COVID. One has to have life off the stage too. It is very important to have a family. When you go home, when you get back from a concert, you need people to welcome. And so I do not mix two things. I just leave that life and then come back home and spend some time. I'm married to a musician as well. We do discuss music, but not always. We have other things to do. We also go out, eat out, enjoy our time with our son. So, my hobby is cooking and shopping.
Really good to know. Ma'am, as you said, you are visiting faculty member at Ashoka University. You are teacher Carnatic music there. I'm curious to know, is there any particular music curriculum and the teaching methodology you follow to teach them?
So it's a very clear picture which is given to us by the dean, head of the department performing arts. He gives us an idea that this semester you will be teaching this. Then we follow that curriculum. Depending upon the entries, depending upon the students who come from, whether they have a background of Carnatic music or not, they check that, and then the registrations are done. And if they register, and then we start to understand how much they can take, how much they can learn also. It depends. Every time it changes. It's not the same curriculum that we follow. It's decided by the head of the department.
Yes, ma'am. You're right. Ma'am, what is your message you would like to give the budding artists, musicians who are just starting out?
Patience. Classical music requires patience. As I said, patience, guru bhakti, sincerity. One can't be in a hurry to become a classical musician in like 1 year or 2 years. And definitely an advice to parents, please don't ask your children's gurus when can they perform. We never asked. We never could ask our gurus when we can perform. They would let us know when we are ready. And gurus know when the students are ready. So you need to have patience, perseverance, conviction, everything for becoming a good musician. Budding artists must have patience and they must work very hard. Social media, everything is fine, but then public relation alone will not take you anywhere. I think your hard work will pay off. That's what.
Thank you for the message, ma'am. It was really a great opportunity for us to interact with you. Hoping more and more interactions in the future, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. I truly enjoyed also talking to all of you.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Before we end this beautiful session with Speak McKay, we have some announcement regarding Speak McKay's Rendezvous. Join hands with Speak McKay. Be a volunteer with Speak McKay. From Heritage Club in our schools and colleges, Many colleges and universities all over India has Picnic heritage clubs in their institutions, where faculty advisors and students coordinators are inviting to preserve Indian classical and folk heritage. We encourage every educational institution to focus on creating such Picnic heritage clubs within their academic framework of the institution, which can facilitate the PICMECA associated activities, provide a platform for students to take leadership, and inspire many more students to learn from our rich heritage from PICMECA. We have one more important announcement before you all are all regarding PICMECA's Rendezvous. We are welcoming you all to join next Saturday, 25th June 2022, by the same time, that is from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Speak Make It team will have an interesting session with Speak Make It team with Pandit Abhishek Hindustani book list. So we are requesting you all to save the data and timing and make it a grand success. Thank you. Now I request Abhishek Jha to render the vote of thanks.
A very good evening, everyone. On behalf of all students and staff, I am glad to express my vote of thanks. A special thanks to our chief guest, Ms. Vidushi Sudha Raghuraman, for being with us today. Your thoughts and words have truly inspired us. Gratitude to our beloved principal, Ms. Nisha Subramanian, for guiding and supporting us. I thank the audience for gracing the occasion. I would like to conclude my words quoted by Aesop. Gratitude is the sign of noble souls. Thank you all for being with us and making the event successful. Have a great weekend. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving this opportunity to present this. And we would love to hear you more and more for the
Thank you.
upcoming days.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you all
Speak
of
Make
you.
team. Thank you, Speak Make team, for providing this opportunity.
Thank you, Speak Make team, for giving me this wonderful opportunity as well. Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste, namaste. Yes. On the count of three now, we are going to end this meeting. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great weekend. Good night.